Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey, and I thought I would take some time to record some Klubeck snacks. Now, what is a Klubeck snack? It's either my wife's homemade cookies, which are delicious by the way, or something memorable that I've said. Now, when I'm coaching, consulting, training, teaching, a lot of times things come out of my mouth that summarize some very thoughtful concepts, and people write them down and compliment me on them. So I like to call them Klubeck snacks. They're little bite-sized nuggets, memorable things that can make you think a lot about your life and your business and how much better you want either of those things to be. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and this is a favorite one. The road to mastery is paved with fundamentals. Now, never mind that I like to put the fun back into fundamentals, but a lot of times people are trying to improve their life or improve their business with some modern strategy, some fantastic hack, or some strategic plan, but they haven't gotten the fundamentals taken care of. Fundamentals like mindset, fundamentals like values, fundamentals like ethics. So when you're trying to figure out the next whiz-bang gadget, promo strategy, hack, whatever, right? Make sure that you've got the fundamentals taken care of. The road to mastery is paved with fundamentals. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and here it goes. The poison very often is the remedy. I'll say it again. Sometimes the poison is the remedy. It's counterintuitive, I know. Poison seems like a bad thing, right? On surface, poison kills. But sometimes we think something is poison when in fact it isn't. So a lot of times we're afraid of something, and that thing that we're afraid of is the thing that we need to move right into, right through, to bond with, to connect with, in order to get to the other side. One time I was coaching somebody, and she told me that she thought it was a weakness in her that she was both a creative on the one hand and an analytical on the other. So she'd have all these great ideas that then she would then poo-poo inside of her own head. Can you imagine the internal battle? She'd come up with this great idea, and as soon as she'd come up with a great idea, her other side, her other voice in her head would shoot it down and find all the holes in it. And she told me that that was a conflict and something that she felt was a weakness. And I said, well, in your case, I think the poison is the remedy. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, by the time you open your mouth and actually share one of your ideas with somebody, it's already been vetted. Think about all the creative people in the world that put their ideas out there, and then all the analyticals, whether they're in legal department or the accounting department, you know what I mean, right? All the analyticals shut down the ideas of the creatives, but when she gives an idea, it's already vetted. So by the time she speaks the idea, the legals, the attorneys, the accountants, the whoever's, they can't poke any holes in it because she already has. So the poison is the remedy. Now, that's also true when it comes to coaching. Let me tell you, in a coaching relationship, a lot of times people think that they need to delay, put off, or cancel their coaching session, but I'm here to tell you, whatever reason is in your mind, whatever makes sense to you in your self-talk for delaying, putting off, or canceling the coaching session, or delaying the coaching relationship, failing to hire a coach in the first place, trust me when I tell you that is the exact reason that you need to hire a coach. So this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. The poison is the remedy. Maybe not all the time, but quite often, the thing that we avoid is actually the thing that we need to move right towards, get to that other side for the life and business we really want. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and it's very simple. This one's for the land of like sales or salespeople. It's not just for salespeople, because if you're paying close attention, you can use this in your personal life and in other areas of business other than just sales. But it really hits home when it comes to the sales process and what separates somebody that's being salesy, right? Like with commission breath salesy versus a true sales professional. Here's the Klubeck snack. Stop selling autobiographically. Here's what I mean by that. We know the difference between a biography and an autobiography. The biography is the story I write about you. The autobiography is the story I write about myself. So a lot of times people are selling autobiographically. It's with commission breath. They're selling because they need to make commission, they need to pay the bills, they need to make quota, end of the month is coming, so they need to get revenue going, or they need to get the manager, the sales manager off their back. So you can tell that their sales process and their sales communication is all about serving themselves. Or maybe more entrepreneurs are a little more guilty of this, or engineers that have to do sales may be a little more guilty of this. They're selling because they're enamored with their product or their service. They're enamored with how it works and all of the features. So they want to explain the A to the B, the B to the C, the C to the Z, all the way down. They want to tell you about all the intricate features and all the care and all the love that they put into designing this and designing that, and look at how it works and watch this process. And really the buyer may or may not care about any of that. I think it's an okay idea to explain all of that stuff if the buyer asks you to. But if you explain all of that stuff before the buyer asks you to, or if the buyer has no intention of asking you to, you're selling autobiographically. What I'm here to encourage you to do is to sell autobiographically, where you are automatically tuned in to the buyer, what they want, what they need, what their problem is, and what it is about what you're selling that helps them get what they want. Channel 100% of your communication to the needs of the buyer, rather than enamoring yourself with paying your bills or the technical whiz-bang gizmo gadgetry of your invention or whatever the product or service is that you're selling. Focus on the buyer. Be autobiographical instead of autobiographical. See if that makes a difference in your bottom line and sales numbers. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Stop selling autobiographically. Try the autobiographical method. See how that works for you. Hey, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Oh, and this is one of my favorites. Why is it one of my favorites? Because the concept that it speaks of is widely known, but I don't think anybody said it quite this way. Are you ready? Michael Phelps. You know Michael Phelps. I don't care what country you live in. You know who Michael Phelps is. He's one of the most decorated Olympians of all time. I don't even have fingers to count all the gold medals he's won swimming, right? But let me tell you something right now. Michael Phelps never won a gold medal swimming in somebody else's lane. That's right. Michael Phelps is always in his lane, and he's always in a straight line. So you've heard this said in many different ways. Focus is more important than intelligence, or the quickest path from one point to another is a straight line, right? So we're talking about focus. What is your focus? Now, most people don't have focus because they never decide what they want. So never mind goal setting and all of that we'll talk about come New Year's time, right? But I'm here to tell you right now, Michael Phelps never won a gold medal swimming in somebody else's lane. So whether it's the email distractions, or people calling your phone, or people coming over to your desk and bothering you with whatever their stuff is, or if your coach asks you, did you get your stuff done? And you said, well, I was going to, but Joe in accounting needed my help. Well, why are you swimming in Joe's lane? Make sure all your stuff is done for the things that you want to achieve in your life. Then you'll have plenty of time left in your day to help other people. But most people are swimming in other people's lanes because they never determine what their lane is. They never take the time to set goals, write them down, share them with a coach or anybody else that they trust to support them in that goal achievement. So next thing you know, they're living life like a feather being blown around in the wind, waking up every morning, deciding what to do, getting on email. Next thing they know, they're on the internet. Next thing they know, they've spent $600 on websites before they've gotten anything done for themselves that day. I digress. Michael Phelps is a world champion many times over because he doesn't swim his races in other people's lanes. He stays in his lane. He knows what his lane is. He knows what his events are, and he knows what his goal is. World championship. So you don't have to be a world champion in order to be focused. You don't have to be a world gold medalist in order to have a better life or business, but you do need to decide what you want. You do need to set a focus, and you do need to stay in your lane. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Michael Phelps never won a gold medal swimming in somebody else's lane. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and this one's a little bit on the serious side. Klubeck snacks are playful most of the time, but this one's a little more serious, and it involves relationships. I mean, if you've been in a relationship ever in your life, chances are you've been out of a relationship. And breaking up, whether it's with a romantic partner or even a good friendship, is a hard thing to do. And here's the Klubeck snack. I will always love you more than I will ever miss you. I'll say it again. I will always love you more than I will ever miss you. This is such an important thing for you to internalize, because sometimes you're going to lose a relationship whether you like it or not. Sometimes you want to stay in that relationship. You don't want the friendship to go away. You don't want the partnership to go away. You don't want the lover to leave, but they want to leave and you got no choice. So you're going to have to find a way to remember how much you love them and lean on that more than how much you miss them. Other times, you may want to leave the relationship. You may know that you have to leave that relationship, but you're afraid because you know that you love them on some level. Well, leaving a relationship doesn't mean that you have to stop loving the person. And sometimes leaving the relationship is the only way left to love the person. So I said it once, I'll say it again. I will always love you more than I will ever miss you. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. And here's the Klubeck snack. It's always an inside job. Now you may have heard the term inside job before. Usually when we hear about inside job, it refers to like a crime being committed or some theft that has occurred, whether it's the movies that we're watching, the crime movies or the mystery movies or the government scandal movies, or like for example, I heard about inside job when I was being trained in a retail store with one of my first jobs at like the record store when I was 16 years old. I think it was Sam Goody, right? Does anybody remember Sam Goody? But we hear about the term inside job when it comes to theft or crime, where somebody that works on the inside is the one perpetuating the crime or causing the theft. Well, what I want you to think about is everything in your life, not just crime and not just theft, but every single thing in your life, in your business, whether it's relationships, health, finances, whether it's who you're attracting into your life, the results that you're producing, your ability to perform. It's always an inside job. 100% of what we experience in our life is a function of what we think. So things happen because of what we think, and then of course our ability to make meaning of what happens is all about our ability to master our thoughts, thought control, mission control. 100% of the things in our life, in our business, in our relationships, in our health are a function of our thoughts. So I would recommend that you get an increase somehow in your ability to control what you think, and then you will increase your ability to enjoy your life, your business, and your relationships, your health, your finances, and all that good stuff. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. It's always an inside job. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and this one comes from the land of nonverbal communication, and here it goes. How you're saying what you're saying is in fact what you're really saying. That's right, ask me how I'm doing. Fine. What did I say? I said fine. What did I really say? So a lot of people like to judge themselves by their intention, or they like to defend themselves by saying, well, that's not what I said. I know what words I used. But other people are listening to the way that we say those words, our tone, our pitch, our rate, our inflections, our nonverbal, like our physicality when we're saying the words. So trust me when I tell you that it's how you're saying what you're saying that is in fact what you're really saying. So put a little bit of your mental energy into your nonverbal communication, your face, your tone, your gestures, your expressions, your posture, and then put the words behind it. Or make sure those two are in congruency, and you'll have a lot more fidelity, a lot more believability when you're communicating with others. That's in life or in business. How you're saying what you're saying is in fact what you're really saying. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. This one is really pertinent in the land of personal relationships, but trust me when I tell you it's applicable in your professional relationships as well. Are you ready? Here goes. Expectation is the quickest road to disappointment. I'll say it again. Expectation is the quickest road to disappointment. If you think this all the way through, and if we really do a good job managing our expectations, we can avoid ever being disappointed. The only people in my experience that are ever truly disappointed, first of all, they're disappointed in themselves. They themselves haven't earned the life or business that they want, so they project that disappointment onto others. Usually we're guilty of what we accuse others of. Oh my God, maybe that's another Klubeck snack. As a matter of fact, most of the time we are in fact guilty of what we're willing to accuse somebody else of. So if we're ever disappointed in somebody else, chances are you're disappointed in yourself because you haven't done for yourself what you're expecting somebody else to do for themselves, or worse yet, what you're expecting somebody else to do for you. But the other reason that you may be disappointed is because you have failed to set your expectations. You're placing expectations on people that are unjust or don't belong or are incongruent with what they're truly capable of. So manage your expectations, manage yourself, and you might be able to avoid ever being disappointed. Wow. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Expectations are the quickest road to disappointment. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Most of the Klubeck snacks, they're light and fun and playful. This one's a little more heavy, maybe? I don't know, you be the judge. Here it goes. Our observable relationship to our word is the evidence of our integrity. Now, when I say observable, I mean our actions. What can people see us doing? That's what I mean by observable. So our actions are in relation to our word, in relation to what we've said we're going to do. Our actions in relation to our word, right, is the evidence of our integrity. Most people think that they have integrity. If I were speaking to a room full of 100 people right now and I say, how many of you believe that you have integrity? 100% of the room would raise their hand, because we all like to see ourselves as having integrity. If I asked how many of you know what integrity is, most people would raise their hand and be able to offer some definition, like to have values, ethics, to have morals, to do the same thing that you would do when nobody's watching as you would when some people are watching. Well, what is this really all about? It's about integration. When our behavior is integrated with our word, when we have some sort of integrity. But there's other things I believe we want integrated. I've got a 7-step model of integration. First of all, if we're starting bottom up, I want my behavior to be integrated with my word. But what am I saying I'll do? I want my commitments, the things that I commit to doing, I want those integrated with strategy. I want to be strategic. I don't want to be wayward. I want to be strategic. Well, what do I want my strategies integrated with? I want my strategies integrated with a goal. A lot of people have hopes, wishes, and dreams, but not goals. As a matter of fact, the research shows that 97% of the population fails to set goals, which is astonishing, because 100% of the research says that all high-achieving individuals share the common trait of goal setting. So from the bottom, we're going towards the top. I want my behavior integrated with my word. I want my word integrated with strategy. I want my strategy integrated with a goal. And I'm not stopping there. I want my goal to be set based on my potential. I want my potential to be imagined based on the gifts that I've been given. And I want the gifts that I've been given to be integrated with, connected with whatever meaning I ascribe to life. Either what is the meaning of life overall, or what's the meaning of my life? What is my purpose? Why am I here on this planet? And trust me when I tell you, I'm here to help you grow your life, grow your business in a better way. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to do that through empathy. I'm going to do that through humor. And I'm going to do that through the communication skills that I've been blessed with and I've cultivated as well. And I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to have some sort of alignment on that model of integrity myself, to be a thought leader, to be a stand for my own and your integrity. So trust me when I tell you, it is our observable relationship to our word that is the evidence of our integrity. Hey, this is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack, and it's very simple. Don't let the packaging fool you. Now, you may have heard somebody somewhere in your life say something like that before, but here's what I mean by it. Don't let the packaging fool you. I'm speaking specifically about two things right now. Number one, mistakes. A lot of times people are afraid of making mistakes, but I want you to understand that a mistake, really there's no such thing. Because when you understand that a mistake is just learning wrapped up, packaged in a little bit of discomfort, you might fall in love with making them. There may be no greater decision I made in my life for my career than to fall in love with mistakes. I got excited about making mistakes. I wanted to make the biggest mistakes as quickly and as soon as I could. Why? So that I could learn from them, so that I could live the rest of my life not making them anymore. The only mistake to be afraid of is the one you don't learn from. But it's that discomfort, it's that growing pain that a mistake is packaged in that makes people avoid them or try to prevent them from happening. What a mistake to avoid mistakes, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. The other area where we don't want the packaging to fool us is when subjectivity is packaged as objectivity. Like, in other words, when somebody's opinion, when somebody's feelings, when somebody's subjective attitude towards something is wrapped up and delivered to us as if it's a fact. Now, we can go much deeper on this topic. We're not going to, because this is all about Klubeck snacks. But the one way that you can detect subjectivity packaged as objectivity is adjectives. When your coworkers, when your family members, when your business partners, when your prospects use adjectives in their statements, for them, they're stating something as a fact. But if there's an adjective there, you need to be aware that it's really just an opinion, just their opinion, and there may be some other reality that may help them, may help you, help them, may help them, help you, help them, help you. Are you with me, right? So don't let the packaging fool you, whether it's your desire to avoid mistakes or your thoughtless willingness to accept somebody else's opinion as a fact. Think a little bit more critically, be willing to endure the growing pain, and be willing to confront other people on their opinions so that you're always dealing in fact, especially when it comes to business relationships. Chances are it'll help you in your personal relationships too. This is Coach Jeffrey with another Klubeck snack. Don't let the packaging fool you.